So in this video, we are going to cover how to create partitions in a newly added disk in Windows Home. So to do it, I've added a new storage to the virtual machine, okay? In physical, it would be plugging in a new hard drive and that's it, okay? But to do it, you need to use the tool disks management, okay? And it's called, in fact, is this I think, well, I don't remember too well the name, okay, but basically if you type disk management, it's going to open the tool to do it, okay, which is the disk management tool. And as Windows, it's pretty smart, or at least it's thought for regular users that don't have any knowledge about anything almost, okay. The first thing it says is that there's a new disk, okay, and it's not initialized. And you need to create the partition table that we've studied some units ago. And you see that it says MBR, master root record, or GPT GUID partition table, okay? And the GPT format, it's the default, it's selected by default because it's the more modern way, but there's a warning saying the GPT partition style is not recognized by all previous versions of Windows, okay? That's because it's more modern, but it's also, as we've studied also, it has a lot of advantages in front of MBR, okay? So I'm going to create the partition table using GPT, okay? And now it has that, you see down here that there's a second disk without all the space unallocated, okay? That means that there's no partition and it can't be used. So to use it, you need to create volumes. Partitions in the disk management tool are called volumes. Well, Docker, for instance, they are called volumes also, okay? And there's a wizard to do it, okay? Exactly the same as in Linux. Do you remember the super complex command to do it and the tool that was pretty complex to use? In here it's next. The volume size, I want to make it 10 gigabytes, okay? So next, which drive letter? You can choose the drive letter like C, D, E, F, G, H, I, G, J, or whatever. Okay, I'm going to leave it at F. Okay, you can mount it in a folder also, like we did in Linux, mounting folders. Okay, mounting partitions. Okay, and it will work exactly the same as a mount, but usually it will be a different unit. Okay. This is optional and it's only present in some newer versions of Windows, okay? And you can leave it unassigned and just create the partition and that's all, okay? Assigning the drive, it's like creating the partition and mounting in that unit the partition, okay? Not assigning it, it's just creating the partition, and in Windows, mounting in the following NTFS folder is like mounting in Linux, okay? I'm going to assign the following drive letter because it's the usual behavior in Windows, okay? I'm going to click next. And now we need to select the format, the file system, which in Windows, you can only choose between FAT32 and NTFS because they are the ones that Windows supports. And in opposition to Linux, you can't install more file systems. The support for more file system. Windows only works with FAT32 and NTFS, okay? You can choose the allocation unit size, which is basically the sectors, or as we've studied in NTFS, well, the allocation unit size, basically. And you can put the volume label, which is going to be disk 2, which is just a label. It's not important, okay? You can also perform a quick format to delete everything if there were something. In this case, there's nothing, but there could be something, so it deletes everything. And you can enable file and folder compression or not, okay? That's only available for NTFS because as we've studied in NTFS, that's available as a feature of the file system, okay? I'm going to click next, finish, and that's it. And it says, oh, you have a new disk in here. and you can open it, and you will have a full unit where you can create folders, disks, so disks notes, files, anything, install programs in there. It works as a new hard drive. This space that it's not, it's unallocated. It can't be used by Windows because there's no file system that it recognizes, so you can't use it. Okay, and that's how you create a partition and assign a drive letter to it. Okay, that's it, and there's nothing more to it. Okay.